Hello everyone and welcome to this video where we're going to be going back and talking about the ALTA pipeline and how you can make it work with your creations. Now this is a popular request. This is something that Sheppy05 and I had in mind since the beginning, and finally someone asked me on my Discord and I was just like, you know what, it's time to do it. So, introducing the new method to make your creation compatible with the ALTA pipeline. So let's get going. First of all, if you're not familiar with the ALTA pipeline, this is the ALTA pipeline. It is an add-on that you add to your game, so it has to be spawned from the get-go in your new game. And it's an add-on that brings this to your map, which is the main pumping station. And then not only that, it brings 14 little pipeline access buildings, and they're located all over the map. You have to look around for them. They're in most major ports and can be used to transport the oil, diesel, or jet fuel. So oil, jet fuel, diesel, and it transfers this across the map. Now I do have a video explaining how this all works, which I'm not going to get into here, so you could watch those videos, but I'm going to explain how you can make this compatible with your creation. So I'd like to introduce the ALTA pipeline access substation. Now what I mean by compatible with the ALTA system is you can place this on your creation and access the pipeline. Just like I said, the oil, the jet fuel, and the diesel can be pumped here and end up in the pipeline, where you can access it in any of the pipeline access buildings or your substation on your creation, and it should make transportation that much easier, that much more efficient, and it fully utilizes the pipeline that we've developed. And by we, I mean Sheppy05, myself, and Yuli Build. So we've developed this system, and now you can use it in your creation. So first things first, I will upload this as a standalone creation. You can now spawn it, meaning you'll look at it like this in your workbench. Okay, so in theory, you can attach it to your oil platform, you could attach it to your oil rig, you could attach it to, you know, whatever you want. You could make it as part of an add-on itself. But in essence, when you spawn it, you get this little notification on the side. It says vehicle has been integrated into the pipeline add-on. And the way you know it works is the red lights are going to be glowing on by default. And obviously, if you don't have the pipeline loaded, meaning your add-on is not loaded with the pipeline when you started a new game, this will not be compatible. So first things first, you have to start the game with the pipeline add-on, and then you spawn this guy. And pretty much what you do from here is you either go to your main pumping station, the pipeline pumping station, or you hit the key enable, which is a shortcut, and you could see all the lights turn green and it says all pipelines enabled. That's the first step. So that's how you know. And also you could disable it the same way and everything turns red. So let's say, for the sake of argument, you want to place it on this island. Okay, you want to give the pipeline access to this island. You can place it like this. Alright, and in essence, now it is on this little island. And just for the sake of this tutorial, we also need to have the pipeline testing truck, which you don't need, but you do need at least a tank, so containing the oil, the diesel, or the jet fuel, and it has to have its own pump. So that's the limitation of this wall or pipeline access substation, is this node directly connects to the pipeline, but it doesn't have its own pump. So it doesn't pump in or pump out, it does both depending on whatever pumps you have, meaning your creation should have a pump that's pump in, pump out, and you can use it accordingly, or you use this truck. So first things first, we see that it says vehicle has been integrated into the pipeline. You can enable it either by going to the pumping station, the main station, or doing the command. So here we have it, all of them are online. And now the trick with this truck is that it actually can pump out any of this stuff. So this truck is kind of vital for testing the pipeline, which is exactly what it does. Let's try oil. So first we see we have an oil level, and we could press pump oil out. You connect it to this, and then you go to your substation. You go to the oil here, you plug this in. Now it's not transferring anything, even though this is on, and the reason it's not because the fill valve isn't open, and this is not, there's no oil pressure. So you plug this on, and here we have it. Oil valve is open. This is transferring the oil, and like I said before, this doesn't update automatically. It takes a bit of time. It's dependent on your computer's speed, so maybe a little different for everyone. But here we have it. We are now pumping oil into the pipeline, and it's going out of that truck. So in theory, if this island was your oil platform, you'd have your oil platform, you'd have to have a pump somewhere, and then you'd plug it directly into this. Alternatively, you could hardwire a pipe directly to this node. You could adjust this thing, but that's not what I'm going to do. I'm just going to give you guys this. And as you can see, we've now pumped this oil in, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to stop that right here. We're going to take this hose, we're going to attach it to the oil in, and now I'm going to pump the oil in. So now it's actually coming in from the pipeline, and as you can see, the number is going to start dropping. So you can pump in or out directly into this node, directly on your creation, wherever your creation may be, whether it is on an island, whether it is on even a vehicle, though I wouldn't recommend that for the realism, but you can do that on a vehicle. I'm not going to stop you guys, but it's meant to be in a building of some sort. So whether oil platform, an oil rig, whether a pumping station, maybe a refinery, you know, you can be as creative with it as you want. I will say that over here we have a power. Now it's necessary to have this power turned on by default, but the reason I left it open is for you guys to connect it to your creation. So let's say, let's say you have your oil rig over here, and it has its own battery and its own generator and its own stuff. It's actually very easy for you to connect this battery for your oil platform directly to this node for electric A, and that's sort of why that's there. It's just meant for ease. And what I meant about the pumping thing is that this node is both pump in and out. So this truck has pump in and out features, and your substation here can also have a pump which pumps in or out. For simplicity, I will not add that, like I just said, but in theory, you could modify this like this if you want, and have sort of the pipe enclosed, come out straight of this thing, and then you can have a T-piece like this, and then you can have your pumps. In theory, you'd have a pump in and a pump out directly from this thing. Now obviously you can hide it much better. You could put this whole thing in a building. That's pretty much up to you guys. Like I said, we're just providing you the very basic element of the pipeline. Now, disclaimer, you cannot delete any part of this. Well, you could delete this stuff, sure, but be very careful if you're deleting anything, because the underside of this contains the mechanisms needed for the pipeline. If you look at this, there's some microcontrollers, there's some keypads and stuff, and all these different filters. So yeah, you can integrate it into your creation, meaning you don't have to use this look if you don't want to, but be very careful if you're deleting stuff, because take a look at this. If you delete this, that's okay, that would actually work. But if you went one block further, you delete vital things, making this compatible. making it work at all, and it won't work. And then you're most likely going to comment and say, why isn't it working, whatever. So be wary of that. If you're going to delete parts, make sure you've checked where all the components are, where all the data is going, and don't delete any of that. Otherwise, just place it on your creation. That's going to be the most easy way for you to add it and make your creation compatible with the pipeline. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Whoa, there goes the truck. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for more. I will be uploading this to the workbench or workshop on Steam soon here, so stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for more videos. Join my Discord, talk with the community, all that good stuff. Hope to see you guys soon. Happy Stormworksing, everyone, and make sure to comment and like this video, especially if you want more and if you enjoyed this. So thank you for that. All right, enjoy. Bye bye.